So today I have my hard hat on and I brought my grindstone and I'm putting my nose against it. And I'm not sure what this is supposed to be doing. It feels a little scratchy, a little rough. Oh, ouch. Why am I doing this? Well, I heard someone say the other day to me that I needed to put my nose to the grindstone. So I went out and I got this grindstone and I'm putting my nose to it. I'm putting my nose to the grindstone. What? You saying that's not what they meant? Well, they said, Milt, you need to put your nose to the grindstone. Oh, well, you know what? You may be right because this actually hurts a little bit if I rub my nose against the grindstone. I can't imagine what would happen if this thing were turning and going really fast. It would actually skin my nose, and I don't want to hurt my nose. I want to be careful. So, what did you say it means to put your nose to the grindstone? You've heard that before? It means to work hard and diligently at something. Right. Yes, you're right. And it means to put a lot of time and effort into doing something. Right. That's it. So, I could say I've got to put my nose to the grindstone if I'm going to do well at this job. I've heard people say that. Or, in order for me to keep busy at one's work, my boss told me to put my nose to the grindstone, right? Yeah. So you're saying that it's actually not physically putting my nose to the grindstone, but more of an example, a phrase of speech that is encouraging me to stay busy and focused, right? Well, I think you're correct. And I think I read somewhere where this putting your nose to the grindstone phrase comes from. That people who sharpen knives or scissors or whoever, especially in the older days when they didn't do things by automation like we do today, they actually had to look very carefully at the blades they were sharpening against the grindstone. Now this grindstone would be turning very fast and they would be sharpening their blades here against the grindstone. But they didn't want this blade to get too hot or else it would be deformed or twisted or melt. And so they had to watch carefully and closely, almost to the point of putting their nose to the grindstone. It just meant they were really focused on their work. So putting our noses or our nose to the grindstone means to work hard and to pay attention to our work, to focus, to not be distracted. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, Proverbs 4:25 is a verse in the Bible that encourages us to focus. It says, let your eyes look straight ahead. Keep looking right in front of you, just as we focus on our work. And to be a hard worker means that we must focus and we give our all to it. Colossians 3:23 says, work at everything you do with all your heart. Work as if you were working for God. So hard work is important. Being focused is important. Concentrating on what we do in our jobs is important. Also concentrating as followers of God, followers of Jesus, concentrating on the things of God. Colossians 3:2 says, think about things that are in heaven. Don't just think about things that are on the earth. So we have a lot to think about sometimes, don't we? And sometimes we have to focus and sort of put our nose to the grindstone to concentrate on Jesus, because we might be distracted by some of the things that are surrounding us here on earth. Hebrews 12:2 says, let us keep looking to Jesus. Let's concentrate on him. He's the one who started this journey of faith, and he is the one who completes the journey of faith. Jesus paid no attention to the shame of the cross. He suffered there because of the joy, I like this, because of the joy he was looking forward to. And then he sat down at the right hand of the throne of God. In one sense, Jesus, he was on the cross, was putting his nose to the grindstone because he was focused on one thing. You know what that was? That was his love for us and his plan of salvation for us. We know that was a hard time for Jesus. And so he had to focus, and it was painful to be there. So, yes, sort of like putting your nose to the grindstone. That's what Jesus did for us. He was concentrating on us and focusing on his love for us and his plan of salvation. And we are encouraged to also focus on the ways of God as we live our lives. So sometimes, yes, we might have to put our nose to the grindstone, not hurting our noses literally, but focusing on Jesus. So when you hear someone say, put your nose to the grindstone, it means that we need to work hard and focus and concentrate on doing a good job. Today, you have a day that's filled with joy and a day that's filled with peace. And keep up the good work.